It would be wonderful, I have to be honest, if like the insight that Dr. R gave to Frank about that process of shame and rage and then lack of empathy or helplessness, if just knowing that intellectually, back to your initial question, was curative or healing, that
Yeah,
would be like amazing, wouldn't it?
it
Because
would
then
be.
anybody could pick up a textbook and just read this stuff and they would feel so much better. Yeah.
That's a
So
good
that's,
point. Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good point.
So
That
that's, yeah, go ahead.
it if it were just that easy, and I don't want to say easy, but if it were that simple, maybe is a better
Yeah.
word for it. If it was just that simple, then it definitely there would be some benefit to that.
Yeah.
But it isn't. This is hard work. It's deep work. It's very reflective and it's very vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, it's much harder to sit there and say, wait, let's slow down. You're right. Let's go back. And I did say that for a moment. I did recognize her humanity. I
Mhm,
did offer her a drink, and I really do want to do that more often. Yeah, what
mhm.
does prevent me from doing that? Or,
Yeah.
hey, yes, I did notice now that you mentioned it. One moment I was attacking myself, calling myself a piece of shit, right? Pacing back and forth, anxiously waiting to attack this with that way. I was attacking myself and then I was attacking her, right? Waiting to attack her. I couldn't wait for her to arrive so I could tear into her.
Mhm.
Looking at that stuff it takes a little bit longer and it's a little more complicated because now we could see he's oscillating between two very different positions, right? So
Mhm.
he goes from blaming himself to blaming her and then probably back to blaming himself again. And it's like a ping pong game that drives people crazy. But all of that is about, again, integrating. That's part of integrating so that it's not that split world that you mentioned earlier, where someone is always to blame and should be persecuted. Either I'm being persecuted with the critical voice, or I'm going to persecute you and tear into you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All in the name of protective mode.